Disclaimer: the information and education material contained herein is meant to promote the general understanding and dialogue of GANs processing. Such information is not meant or intended to serve as a substitute for a healthcare professional's clinical training, experience, or judgment. For patients and individuals, such information is not to be a substitute for professional medical, therapeutic, or healthcare advice or counseling. For medical issues or concerns, including decisions about medications and other treatments, readers, viewers, listeners should always consult their physician or, in serious cases, seek immediate assistance from emergency personnel. Prescription information, procedures, and use of medical devices information should be undertaken only by properly trained and certified medical personnel. We specifically disclaim any warranties, express or implied, including implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. Such information is provided, as is, and is believed to be accurate at the time of its publishing, but it is the viewer's job to evaluate the accuracy of any information found in this presentation. Every case presented is of their own experience, applied by themselves for themselves, and it applies to their case only. Every person experiencing health problems should seek professional medical advice and consult their course of treatment with a doctor. The processes of plasma balancing described herein are a natural process which supports the body but does not replace medical advice or therapies one is already subject to.
It's time for change to move into the real work of the universe. And it's time to understand that we use the matter state to reach the level of understanding of the soul of the man. Now you understand maybe why the Creator has sent his messengers in the name of whatever you have had. Is that they bring the ears, that it can be used when the time of the Messiah comes. They can teach the soul and the message, not to oppose, but by them understanding through those who have become messiahs to give from their souls to these to elevate, the job is made easy. The school is there and the students are devotedly there. Then there won't be any fight between what they call the Muslims and the Christians. The lamb and the lion will eat and sleep in the same nest. The Christians and the Muslims will sleep and pray in the mosque and in the same church in the name of their souls, not in the name of religion that is used to create so much conflict for the benefit of those who were the hyperactive children. The time has come, the time of change is here. And as I said, my wish is my command. If it's your wish to see peace, the path of peace is laid very clearly. It's the soul of the collective awareness. By giving will create that position of change. No other thing. There is no pen in the soul of the man. And I'm sure once you go into the universal community, you will never see anything written but the balance of the fields of the soul of the existence. Try to be humble enough not to and you possess. Otherwise you'll fall in the same path of the church and the mosque. This is what we promised, and this is what we have delivered. We have to understand the operation of the soul, and we have to understand the soul of the man is a star in the cosmos of the universe. If we compare the soul of the man and many of us, 7 billion in one collection, Earth is like a galaxy with so many stars. When we look in the depth of the universe, we see galaxies with hundreds of millions of stars in it. So is the planet Earth. It carries 7 billion beautiful stars, which are the soul of the man. Carries with it soul of so many trillions of animals, plants, and everything else. So if you look, when someone who does not see the physicality of the earth and its content, what do they see? They see a galaxy with so many beautiful lights shining, each one according to their strength, each one according to their position. An infant has a beautiful soul, so has the old man. To those who do not see the physical dimension of this planet, but they see the strength of the field, we are clusters of stars. The human race, every single soul, no one from a distance sees that's the soul of a fisherman, that's the soul of the cosmologist, that's the soul of the president. They all shine irrespective of the physicality. This is the magic. This is what the new science has to bring to man. When we look to our soul, we see nothing but a star in the other souls. And this is the break. This is the understanding. This is what all these teachings are about. Coming to mature to the next level, to understand in the deep space, the universe is the oyster for those souls who serve. Then man is ready to go into space. Then man is ready to become part of the universal community which has been promised. I never promised you heaven. I always promised you the elevation of the man to join the family. And now you have the key. It's you who has to open the door to understand, if I can raise the soul of these people or millions of other souls, that the physical life on this planet changes, then I'm worthy to be part of the universal community. To be there to serve, to expand, to be there, to be part, that in the cycle of life of universe, I become, in being part, I become part of the totality. When man reaches that point, a new dimension in the strength of the soul of the man will appear, which is beyond imagination of understanding of the physical life. It's the gate to the opening of the new life, in a new dimension, which is beyond imagination of what you might call a new beginning, a new cycle, which that cycle carries with itself the origin of the creation of life in the universe and the universe. It's the elevation of the soul to serve become the key, not a throne of the physical life. The time is right. The time has come for the man to go through this process.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 426 One Planet, One Nation, One Race for Justice and World Peace here on Tuesday, April 14th, 2026. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation, Spaceship Institute, Education Department, and part of the public teachings in English. My name is Rick Crammond, and I will be host once again in this weekly series of ongoing workshops. And once again, we have the honor of being joined with members and support members of the Universal Council, who will be presenting today's program. And let me get that program ready, and we can begin. Let's see, I think we have an introduction with Moshfek, if you're available.
Hello everyone, this is Moshfek. Doing calling language with the Universal Network.
Moshfek, it's hard to hear you there, I think.
Yes, my mic is coming up. Can you hear me better now?
Oh, that's way better. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So let's welcome everybody, and the welcome today is more for the dawn of peace. Yes, it may be a thin line before the sunrise, barely visible, but it is there. Yes, we look at much of the rest of the sky, it's still dark. We see it in the attitude of people. The people becoming aware of the global situation, which is prelude to the peace. And it is that unfolding of many wishes we've been doing for years. We see it in the form of some of the initiatives that Keshe Foundation have recently started. Yes, it may not be visible to all of us. Some of us may have to squint our eyes a bit. But the line, the dawn of peace is there. And it is our responsibility to be the harbinger of this peace. The tiny birds that sing early in the morning as the dawn starts. It is that time where the light is faint, that the surety of the coming of the peace is there. In a way, our fields, the fields of us here, those who come here, participate, universal council, here and elsewhere, all are giving their energy too, as is Keshe Foundation at the physical level, that the two works together. Yes, the planet rotates because of the field, but we see the rotation in the sun, in the form of dawn and dusk. The coming of the peace is the same story again. There is no motor that's moving the peace, as Mr. Keshe said, there is no motor that's moving the earth. it is our intention. And now that it has reached the people of the planet, it's all of our intention that's bringing peace, moving the planet towards the light. Welcome everyone to this new, and we are the instrument of it. So let's begin. Thank you very much. And anyone else wants to add?
Thank you, my dear Mashfiq. And with you as one voice, one heart, one soul. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, beautiful souls. Welcome, welcome, welcome into the beautiful, beautiful energy of Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute organization. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the beautiful energy of universal souls. Welcome to the beautiful energy, Suswagatam, into the beautiful energy of all souls in existence, beautiful souls. Thank you for being here always. Thank you so, so much. Salam, namaste, salim.
Okay, thank you, Mashfaq and Shweta. Next, we have the World Peace Treaty with Mark, I believe, and Dean, perhaps.
Dean, would you pick up on this?
Hi, Mark. Yeah, sure,
Yes.
I can say something. No problem. No problem.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for the beautiful opening from our universal members and support members. Thank you very much for the introduction to this wonderful teaching. So, the one planet, one nation, one race. And we're present in this moment with the World Peace Treaty. And as we all know, the World Peace Treaty starts from a very centralized position within. And depending upon your environment that you operate in, function in, you have an influence over others, over the whole spectrum of energies by your sheer beautiful soul interacting within an environment. So when you have a condition of peace and love and respect and the ability to function in a way that is beneficial and supportive and giving to the souls around you, and remember the soul of man is unlimited, so it can reach across from one side of the planet to the other, within your family, to the family, the greater family, which is, the universal beings, which is the soul of man, back to the creation point. So we have this capability, and we, as citizens of the earth, sometimes fail to realize the power of the soul of the man and how it affects the whole energy spectrum of the planet. So when we have the right ethos, and this is what the Foundation, the Universal Council, the Keshe Foundation have been teaching for a very long time, it's the ethos of man. And it's an addition to the knowledge of creation from the point of view of humanity. And sometimes it seems humanity doesn't want to listen to this point of view. However, it's always made available for us to interact with it and come to understand that the soul transcends all, is of a higher nature, is a very dominant, gentle, fulfilling position when you actually align yourself with it. So the World Peace Treaty affects many souls. And if one soul is acting as one within an environment that is creating mayhem, It affects many. But it's that one soul that may need the readjustment, may need the balance, may need the opportunity to elevate their soul. So we are present in this moment to elevate the world leaders to come into peace and balance, because they affect many people. They affect many souls, and not just the souls of humanity. They affect the souls across all the nations of the galaxies of the universes, because they don't realize, maybe, how they affect with their intentions and interactions on planet Earth. So the World Peace Treaty, I, as citizens of the Earth, from this moment on, except to lay down all tools of aggression and war, I, shall never think about getting involved or incite war or develop or use any tools of war on this planet or in space. And to this, I all agree and swear with my nation, my territory, my council, religion, city, town, bodies, and souls, the soul of man. And you can sign this. You can sign this physically. You can print this out, and you can sign this and display it where so the fellow physical beings around you know that your ethos to the others is to be in peace in this moment. You can sign it. You can sign it with your soul, and then you can date it. You can date this, and from that moment on, you've committed an interaction, an intention that then emanates across the planet, across your very soul. Remember, your soul is connected to all the souls. We all are. And it goes right the way back to the creation point. This is the knowledge for humanity to really understand how we affect. And this ethos of being completely peaceful to the point that you would go out of your way to help another across the pond or across any position, because your ethos is to give, not to take. And for that one man to understand that as a child of humanity is to be unconditional and to grow as a soul to receive more. Because outside of the physicality of the body of the man, once you understand this, you become very peaceful in the moment. And it doesn't matter who you are, what position you call yourself or you speak about. It's always the same thing. It comes back to the soul of the man. And when we say the soul of the man, we mean the soul of all souls. It doesn't matter what shape or form you take or receive or present yourself as. It's a soul. It's a creation point, and it is always and always will be in a peaceful condition when you align yourself with this. So the World Peace Treaty, sign it if it's possible for you, please, with your soul. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Mark. I'll let you guys carry on. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, my dear Dean. I also want to add to you. Beautifully you said.
Thank you, Sweta. Yeah, please do add. Please add.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. And I want to say some bit of the, according to the World Peace Treaty, we are all in. Some few words from very beautiful souls, Sakwara, Antara, Nisara. Well, we don't jump timelines by wishing harder. We jump them by becoming evolved, by refusing to rehearse the same emotional script, by choosing peace where you once chose panic, by walking away where you once chased. Energy dictates trajectory, identity dictates outcome. The future isn't something you arrive at, it's something you activate. Every time you choose clarity over drama, courage over comfort, alignment over approval, then you shift into a whole new level. And when you shift, reality reorganizes around the new version of you. That's not fantasy. That's cause and effect at a deeper level. You are not waiting for a better timeline. You are one decision away from stepping into it. So, my dear beautiful soul, step into the peaceful world of one planet, one nation, one race for justice and world peace, dear one. Justify this peace within you. Activate the peace. Be aligned with it. So, sign the world peace treaty, my dear beautiful soul, with your soul pen, with your pen, with your heart and soul. It is always you. It is always us. It is always so simple it is. And the peace starts from within us. Thank you. Thank you so, so much. Salam. Namaste. Salute.
Okay, thank you, Sweta and Dean. We have next we have an excerpt from the 637th Knowledge Seekers Workshop of last Thursday, April 9th. And this is about cosmic rays and magnetic fields. And it starts at the 1 hour, 25-minute mark. And this excerpt will go on for about 4 minutes. Okay, I'll play that now. Keshe, can you explain the difference between a magnetic field and a cosmic ray?
Magnetic fields we usually associated with the entity, tangible things, like by instruments, by magnets and materials. Cosmic rays is the ones which are free. We might find the source of it, but in essence is what do you call it? It's not connected to anything, which is immediately what you call tangible. It's like the field of the creation connected to the creator, but that's become part of cosmos. It travels the cosmos to find a home, to become our thoughts, to become our emotion, to become part of our life. So this is how it's separated. And every physical matter has a connection to a cosmic ray because it receives its sources, its energy from outside. Even when you have a magnet in your hand, the magnet, even so you see it as a magnet, it behaves like a magnet, it still receives cosmic rays which is at this field strength. Because these magnetic fields coming out of it still connect to somewhere else, don't come back, so it'll be depleted very soon, but it doesn't. So everything you look at, you have to look at this matter state energy and a connection to the fields of the universe. This is why we say the body uses the magnetic field of this planet as 20% of the food. The other 80% comes from cosmos. The two are connected. One converts the cosmic energy to matter state manifestation, conformation of existence. But if you break the matter up in the correct way, it can become a cosmic ray itself. This is what you do in production of dances. You know, we did a few tests, if you remember, with the help of one of our scientists in Iran. He did a lot, and some of you repeated it and some others repeated it. He's a very deep researcher. He's a very big businessman in Iran. He does a lot of funny research with us, and I love to work with him. When you get a magnet, you put the magnet with the dust of iron, and you see the lines. This manifests the magnetic field. If you put a GaNs on magnets in dust, very seldom, if there is some certain conditions, you might see a few rays and they say no. But if you take the same, what you call GaNs, and you put it in the environment of the water, which is a collection of cosmic ray separation, you see the shape of your fields in the ice without actually the GaNs being in it. That ice is a manifestation of fields. The iron with the iron dust is manifestation of matter-state magnetic field. That's cosmic ray. The iron is a magnetic field. And you can do it a lot. You remember a few years ago we showed, and some knowledge seekers very quickly copied and they came up with it. We done some fantastic research with this guy in Iran. And he produces specific machines. Now we even bought one machine from him. Or if you remember the orphan school, college we went to, the orphanage, for the children in the orphanage. This is the way I can clearly say, if you want to see, get the GaNs, put it on a dust of iron, you see no difference as such. Put it over a ice block, rapid freezing, and then you see the waves. You change this proportion of the gases, you see different shapes. It's a fantastic to do. And that's a cosmic ray. You see the fields there, you see the fields of a solid state in the matter state of iron dust.
Okay, that's our excerpt again from the last Knowledge Seekers Workshop, number 637. All right, go back to our program here. And the next part of our program, we have what's called the wishes. And we'll have a full minute of silence after each wish in order to contemplate and implement the wish. And let me see, I think we begin with Mehran, if you're available. Mehran, we're not able to hear you. Maybe you need to open your mic or...
I'll read it.
Okay, thank you, Mark.
We, the Universal Council, give from our soul collectively to every being to be fed, sheltered, and comforted in their everyday struggles. These are our wishes, and our wishes we command.
We, the Universal Council, has achieved the resurrection of themselves and all the existing souls in planet Earth. The new era of time has started. New peaceful planet Earth is achieved. Place the unicorn. Position the soul of the man. Possession the hydrogen.
Stefania, are you? I don't think Stefania's here actually. So we get.
She was, but I think she dropped out. She's
I can read. Yes. Uh, the Universal Council creates new time and space for the research center and has achieved of all the souls to complete their mission. Place the unicorn, position the research center, position the soul of Mitra. Our wish is our command. We are present. We, the Universal Council, elevate the soul of the people of planet Earth for them to be able to connect to the Creator without any intermediary. Our wish is our command. We are present.
Shweta, you're up for this one as well.
Oh, thank you. We, the Universal Council, give freely from our soul to all existing souls to spread the joy and possibility to serve humanity in joining the Enlightenment Game programmer team. Our wish is our command. We are present.
And I have Mark or Dean for reading this one.
We, the Universal Council, make conditions for the all structures around the Keshe Foundation to be supported financially and to have what they need at the point of need to bring a total change.
And finally, Lissy, if you're available.
Council really all of humanity to elevate the soul of every leader in every nation to work as one soul in one direction to achieve peace as one nation, one planet, one race.
Okay, thank you for those wishes. And next we have what's called the connection between souls with Shweta.
Yes, my dear. Thank you. I love you, my soul. I live with you. I live you. I love with you. And I adore you. Join the soul of the man with the soul of physicality by speaking these beautiful words in this moment now. So see what the soul give you back. It's so beautiful to say this after a long time. So much connected now. So say, I love you, my soul. I live with you. I love with you. I adore you. So beautiful soul, as we are already connected. Always, just thousands of years gone, we forget each other. It's the connection. Now again we are rejuvenating, awakening, activating. So thank you. Say these words. Join the soul of man with the soul of physicality by speaking these beautiful words in this moment. Thank you so much. So we are ready for soul connection as we are always connected, my dear beautiful soul. The soul connection is always there. And we are, well, I sometimes use this word fortunate to be able to be connected. All the chaos that is going on still and very strongly, day by day, more in strength, more in love. So thank you for being here, beautiful soul. Gratitude from the core of my heart and soul for always being present here, for believing in peace, love, and abundance for all that is in existence. So, breathing in, breathing out makes you in the I am present position where the past and the future is going on, and you are in peacefully authority to activate the peaceful realm and all that is. So, the soul connection, I will say it in Bengali language, and uh, we will be there is a moment of silence for 2 minutes, um, and we will proceed then. So, the soul connection in Bengali language, breathe in, breathe out. Focus on the breathing, my dear. This makes you Jivatma, the living being, lively with love. So, আপনাকে সবাইকে প্রণাম জানাই, সবাইকে অভিনন্দন জানাই, ভালোবাসা দিই। অনেক অনেক ভালোবাসা দিয়ে এখানে থাকার জন্য, প্রস্তুত থাকার জন্য, সবাইয়ের ভালোবাসা, শান্তি ও সম্পদা নিয়ে আবার আমরা আত্মার উন্নয়নের দিকে যাচ্ছি। আমরা সবাই আত্মার দিক থেকে সবাই সবসময় চিরন্তন আমরা যোগাযোগে আছি। হ্যাঁ, কিছুদিন কিছু বছর আমরা এটা ভুলে গেছিলাম, কিন্তু আবার আমরা এটা মনে করছি, মনে পড়েছে। এই জন্য সবাইকে আবার ধন্যবাদ জানাই এখানে থাকার জন্য। আর আপনাদের সবাইকে আগ্রহ করি যে আপনারা সবাই নিজের শ্বাসের উপর একটু আহ ধ্যান দেবেন। শ্বাসের উপর ধ্যান দেওয়া এটা সবচেয়ে বড় জিনিস, যেটা আমাদের জীবাত্মা এখনই আমরা প্রস্তুত আছি বলে আমাদের আগ্রহ করে। আর এই নিয়ে আমরা সবাই রাত্রায়ণ উন্নয়ন করছি আবার আগের মতো, যাতে পৃথিবীতে শান্তি, সম্পদা, ভালোবাসার প্রচার প্রবাহ হোক। তো আমরা শ্বাস নিচ্ছি, ধ্যান দিচ্ছি শ্বাসের উপরে, শ্বাস নেওয়া আর শ্বাস ছাড়া, ভালোবাসা আর ভালোবাসা। তো এই শ্বাস নেওয়া আর দেওয়াটা আমরা আত্মার উন্নয়নের জন্য করছি, যাতে পৃথিবীতে শান্তি আসুক। আর শান্তির ফলে সবকিছু আসবে, যেটা আমরা ভালোবাসাতে চাই। তো আমরা প্রারম্ভ করছি, আর এটা শুধু 2 মিনিটের জন্য থাকবে, তারপরে আমরা আবার ফেরত আসবো। তো আমরা আত্মার উন্নয়নের জন্য আমরা প্রস্তুত। সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ, শুক্রিয়া। আর সবাইকে আবার ভালোবাসা দিয়ে এখানে প্রস্তুত থাকার জন্য। আর এই আত্মার উন্নয়ন সব সময় চলবে, এই আগ্রহ। আর এই নিয়ে সবাইকে আবার ধন্যবাদ জানাই। সালাম, নমস্কার, শাশ্বত প্রণাম। Thank you so much, beautiful souls, for being here always, uh, as in the service of humanity, elevating all souls in existence. All the love, always, blessings of Ma, and thank you so, so much. Gratitude. Salam, namaste, salute.
And next we have the invitation from the Universal Council with Mehran.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Mehran University Universal Council of Farsi Language. So we talk about our meeting for unification of the souls. That's so important these days to create strong emotions, because we feel that everything around us is moving. So it's better to join the right path of movement of the souls at this moment. Seems like it's the right time, in the right place, and the right position. We see things, strange things, good things happening for peace, the hardships, but don't forget that only in the hardships, when we are steadfast and we don't let go, that's where, with the maximum hardship, the truth, the light comes back after that. It's so, if we believe in what we do, in what we want, what's our mission, and we are steadfast, when there's hardship, we are getting more strong in what we believe. And because of that, we can get to what we always dreamed of. Anyhow, so based on this idea of using our souls for peace, because otherwise in material world, there are others who are more organized, more motivated, and they make their living by war, and they don't let go this way. So what we have is our soul, and we try to use our souls to get together and focus on what we want. And so I just can't forget these days, the Iranians who are coming in the street every night, and they pray, they put the forces of their heart, intention together, and they are making the astonishing victories in the material world around them. So, back to our intention connection. We, the Universal Council, invite Keshe and the Universal Family present on the earth in unifying at the soul level every time, every day, and at 9 PM CET or CEST. We, the Universal Council, give freely from our souls and invite all of humanity to elevate all souls of every leader in every nation to work as one soul, in one direction, to achieve peace, as one nation, one planet. So I thank you very much If you have time and you like to join and just connect your souls, for example, at 9 p.m. CET or CST, and together we can achieve peace. That's written and it will be so. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mehran.
I was just thinking about the fertilizer shortage that they're predicting with all the loss of the fossil fuels. And we know we're huge field generators, receivers and senders as well. But we have the first part we heard of the World Peace Treaty between you and your soul. Now, the elevating of the world leaders in a way is there's a shortage of fertilizer for peace on this planet. And perhaps we can start to spread and create that fertilizer for peace. This is the time where we collectively join together and spread that fertilizer of peace across this planet. So you can participate in it. It's not something physical. It's just done through the emotions, through the cosmic rays. So we're just reminding the chameleon of some of the magic that the chameleon forgot it can do. As we know, we exist in both the energy and the matter state. So join us in this process and help create and spread the fertilizer of peace across the planet to the world leaders and to others.
Does the fertilizer of peace come from the BS from the world leaders, perhaps?
No, they need to be fertilized, obviously. That's part of it. We know the souls are low. They're very weak in field strength, so the stronger gives to the weaker. Again, you're not losing anything. You're actually nourishing yourself with that same process. So nobody loses, and we're learning about our energy dimension.
Perhaps in a way, what the world leaders do say leads to, and when we recognize as a species that it is BS, that they're not being truthful. And I think most people are recognizing that there's a lot of discrepancy in what the world leaders are saying. And perhaps that is what is actually helping to wake people up and will lead to the world peace, because we become aware of what is true and what is BS, basically, and have the discretion to be able to tell the difference and change our actions accordingly. So I think that might be the difference between what's happening in the world now and various movements in the world in the past, perhaps. Just a thought.
Yeah, so you can become the change you wish to see. This is part of it. You can give a nanosecond, you can give a minute, and then you can extend it throughout your day. As we start to learn more about these cosmic rays and how they affect our skin, our emotions, and they also affect others as well. And we can be part of that elevation process. That's all. Just opening up this mystery of the matter state of the entity to its energy dimension. This is part of that process, but it's for you to open it up and investigate it.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mark. Okay, I've got the video on how to become a Universal Council member, and I can play that now.
There's something which I should have made an announcement. As we are structuring in a new development of the Keshe Foundation, is worldwide application and implication. As we set up the structure for Universal Council, a number of Universal Council members have become old and they reach the age of 60, and they served during the 60 years. They are there till 61. They to run the functionality of the operation of the what we call energy dimension, the Universal Council members, if you want to become please consider and let your soul decide of any languages around the world, as these will be announced very soon internationally. And we expect the souls to serve. And if it's from the knowledge seekers who understand the technology with dimension of the soul, you can apply for to be added to and become a member of the Universal Council. The Earth Council is appointed by the Keshe Foundation on the grounds of true structure of the nationality, understanding the culture that there is no prejudice by physical dimension of the borders. And so if you feel your soul is there to serve humanity in expansion and the growth of it, just apply for it at the Keshe Foundation or send the email to info@keshe.foundation. Say, I would like to be a member of the Universal Council. We receive this regularly, and now we're going to expand this very rapidly due to what is to come and what is to be done. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I also want to add that, this is the moment, and it's very necessary to understand why humanity is in need of peace and harmony after long, long years, after eons. So please do come. Welcome. Welcome as a Universal Council support member and Universal Council member. Join, be in this life and living of all that is love, in service of humanity, in service of all that is in existence. So welcome from the core of my heart and soul, dear beautiful soul. Welcome to be a Universal Council member and Universal Council support member. Thank you so, so much. Salam, namaste, salute. And also we invite you to connect with a member of the Universal Council to send us your questions to be answered live each week and or the needs of your community. And this is a written word, my dear beautiful souls. But we are all connected in the soul level, and we love each other in a way as we are all equal. And we are all knowledge seekers. We are all learning. As a knowledge seeker, we can share. And I welcome you into as the Universal Council page is still updating, or it will be in a way open. But here, in the space of love and light, there is no such thing as papers or a website. You can still you are welcome into the different languages of Keshe Foundation, a Spaceship Institute and organization. Very much welcome. And you can have your question as we are all learning, my dear. Have a discussion. Share your beautiful heart and soul saying. That will be most beautiful. So, welcome. Welcome to the Telegram group of different languages of Keshe Foundation, Spaceship Institute. Thank you. Thank you for joining us as one soul of peace, dear beautiful soul. Welcome. Salam, namaste, salute. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks again, Shweta. Next, we have a special little video from, it's put together by AI from, I was forwarded from Gru. I'm not sure who that is exactly. In any case, this is an AI video that's based on the last 637th Knowledge Seekers Workshop. And it's about the cosmic rays and creation. It's called an AI interpretation from the 637th. Okay, I'll play that now.
What if everything we see, our bodies, the stars, the world around us, what if it isn't solid at all? We're about to dive into a philosophy that completely reimagines the universe, not as a collection of things, but as this vast, interconnected field of energy. It's a perspective that, honestly, could change how you see reality itself. Phantom waves. That's the core idea, right there. The whole concept is that nothing is truly solid. Instead, we're all just these temporary patterns, kind of condensing out of an invisible energy field into the physical forms we recognize. It's a pretty radical starting point, so let's see how it all works. So, okay, if we're not solid, then what are we? Well, this worldview suggests the universe isn't a bunch of separate objects, but more like a vast ocean of interconnected fields. Everything, from our own bodies to the most distant stars, it all comes from this single, unified source. The physical world that we see and touch is described as just a temporary ripple on the surface of these cosmic fields, or as they call them, cosmic rays. We emerge from these rays, and when our physical cycle ends, we dissolve right back into them. Our energy just returns to the source, ready to become part of a new creation somewhere else in the universe. Now, this philosophy introduces a really fascinating, if not a bit of a mouthful, concept called the cosmic ray inertia field. But what it really means is it's the invisible set of conditions, the specific energetic atmosphere that has to be perfectly aligned for anything to become physical. You can think of it as the universe's blueprint, the silent force that decides what can and cannot come into being. And this leads to an idea that completely flips our usual understanding of cause and effect on its head. See, we tend to think that objects create their environment, but this philosophy, it argues the complete opposite is true. The environment is what creates the object. To make this kind of abstract idea a bit more concrete, the source uses a surprisingly simple analogy, and it all starts with a common household appliance: the dehumidifier. Think about it, right? You're in a room breathing air that feels totally dry, totally empty. But then you turn on a condenser, which changes the gravitational and magnetic conditions right inside that machine, and suddenly, buckets of water are being pulled from that same empty air. The water was always there, just as a field, but it only became physical when the environment was just right. So here's the crucial takeaway, the thing to really let sink in. The invisible environment is the cause, and the physical object is the effect. The right conditions in the field have to exist first before a star, a planet, or even a single cell in your body can come into being. And this philosophy takes that idea to its logical and pretty mind-bending conclusion. It suggests that if you could create the perfect environmental field around a single drop of water, you could, theoretically, cause it to manifest as a fish. The key isn't changing the matter itself, but mastering the field around it. Now, I know this all feels very cosmic and distant, right? But this is where the philosophy brings it right back home to us. It argues there's a direct, powerful human connection to this whole process of creation, and we find it in our inner world. Exactly. If the environment creates reality, how can one person possibly hope to influence these huge cosmic forces? Well, the answer, according to this philosophy, is through something we all have: our emotions. And here's a really powerful metaphor to explain it. Think of your emotion as the control switch, kind of like the dial on a cooker that adjusts the flame. It's the mechanism we use to change our own fundamental state of being. So imagine your physical body is like ice. It's a solid, fixed state. The flame of your emotion can change that state. A little bit of heat turns that ice to water. Crank it up, and you get vapor, an energy field that's no longer stuck in one place and can travel freely. In this view, emotion is what lets us shift from a state of matter to a state of field. So, within this whole framework, your soul is described as the actual engine that generates these creative fields, and emotion, that's its primary tool. Your soul creates the environment, and your emotion is the lever that controls the strength and quality of that environment. So, if we can actually learn to master this connection between our soul and our emotions, what becomes possible? Well, according to this philosophy, it unlocks abilities that go way, way beyond our normal physical limits. And the claims here are profound. With total mastery of your emotional energy, you could supposedly control your own manifestation. I mean, imagine traveling anywhere in the universe instantly just by becoming a field and rematerializing, or creating a body that's perfectly adapted to any environment, from the Arctic to another planet. In this state, the physical world itself becomes pliable. So what's the catch? What's the big challenge? It's our deep, ingrained attachment to our 5 physical senses.
our belief that the physical world is the only real world. That's what holds us back from operating at the level of the soul, at the level of the field.
And that brings us to the ultimate takeaway here. The secret to creation isn't found in external technology. It's not about faster rockets or bigger machines. It's found within. The real power lies in mastering the control switch of our own inner emotional field.
And so, we're left with a final, really challenging question. Is the greatest barrier to our potential simply our attachment to the physical world? What might become possible if we just dared to look beyond what our five senses tell us is real?
All right, that completes our AI excerpt from the last 637th Knowledge Seekers Workshop. Next, we move into the knowledge, what we call a knowledge and understanding of the last Knowledge Seekers Workshop. And this will be about inertia in particular. And we have real humans that can talk about that. And I believe Marinez and Dean and Mark will all have something to say. And I'll put on our background video and music and allow you to go ahead.
So I start with the thing I could, I had time to re-study. In fact, Mr. Keshe is talking about this raise of customers for post-cosmos for few sessions already. And they have created the systems based on that. And they are testing it also. And this rays of cosmos coming from the profounder of the cosmos. And we can also say it's the God's creator's race, creating things. And how are they creating things? In fact, up to now, we knew that when the sun's ray touch the earth, when they touch it in the between, they start to create elements of nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, and oxygen, and the necessary elements which we need to live on Earth for amino acid. And then our soul is created by the fields of sun and the earth, in the inertia of where we are, the environment of Earth. Now we have learned that there are cosmic rays, and the cosmic rays and the collection of the fields in the cosmos, which are not visible, of course, they have inertia as well. The inertia, for me, what I understand is the whole balance of the gravitational and the magnetical field. And what's the outcome is the inertia of that place. And when the fields in that inertia, in a special environment, whatever it is, according to the condition of that environment, they can create matter. So it's not by the matter we create energy or matter. It's by energy and inertia that we create matter. So There is also another definition of inertia in physics, science, that is different from what Mr. Keshe talks about in magnetic and gravity balance. So what's important in here also is the environment and the field in that environment which dictates the manifestation. So there is this cosmic field everywhere, and we come from the cosmic fields, and we go back to the cosmic fields, or we become the dust of cosmic fields, or somewhere in the desert of the cosmos. So also that every drop of water has the whole information of all the living before that. So we can decide what we do with the drop of water. For example, when we have a heater, you put a pot over that, and you put glass on that. You can make it more hot or less. If you put the heat, it becomes water. And then if you add more heat, it becomes vapor. And then this vapor is everywhere in the room. It can go to on the window when it's cold, become frost, or it's in the room. And as a moisture, it can come on our skin. So, in fact, the whole thing is one drop, but different forms of a drop. And also, what defines that change of the condition of drop, change of the heat of that heater is our emotions, in fact. So if we learn how to use our emotion of our souls, and not only just the emotion of hatred and love and sadness, but if we know the emotions that we can use to transmute, so we are a man who can transmute everywhere in the universe. And then, yes, and then that's all I could understand. And also the part which was about Mitra, he said that God in his love, when he gives the love to everything, then he creates Mitra. And Mitra, in exchange of his love, gives the love back to God. And so the children of Mitra are the essence of all the love and goodness in the creation. So I give I pass to another person who can add, please, and enrich the teaching, please.
I see Stefania had rejoined us, but I'll just add what Mr. Keshe said in the announcements about any specialists or engineers or those who are familiar with computers. Join the Keshe Foundation and contribute to the world peacemaking systems. Perhaps even join a 5-star research center, very well appointed. So they're looking for any sort of ideas or specialists. They're not going to patent your ideas as they're not in the patent business. But anyone who wishes to devote some time or a lot of time, write to info@keshe.foundation and share your ideas or share what you'd like to help with, perhaps. And if they don't get back to you immediately, that doesn't mean you're being disrespected, but perhaps your ideas or proposals may fit in at a later time. Again, it's not just the Keshe Foundation, it's all of us. So we have to sort of bring the world peace, but this research center on space technology will be one of the premier, if not the premier, research center on this planet. And apparently there's hundreds of projects ready to begin, many empty rooms, and more space will be added. And this is, of course, where much of the technology will be developed and licensed, I suppose, to be distributed, if they're going to still work that way. Apparently the cosmic ray is the way they're going to work in the future, but we'll see. But join if you have an idea, if you have a talent, a specialist, you're an engineer, you're a blockchain developer, and so on. Just write to the Keshe Foundation with your ideas or your willingness to support and build systems for peace on this planet. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. It's Dean here. Just like to add a few words. So I've been viewing many major projects around the planet that have big construction sites. And they're all being created by nations using many matter state conditions of the inertia of the elements. What does that mean? So they're using all sorts of matter, physical things like iron and copper and all these other materials, many of them. And they're constructing huge transportation alleyways and functions that create certain trade opportunities. Looking through the transcript of this workshop and what's been spoken about just now was being able to transmute through the very essence of the application of creating an emotion. So if all that we have spoken about today is all created from an energy source, and that is not a matter source, that is an energy source which is a creation point outside of the physical body, outside of the physical form. So you have this thought, it comes to you, and then you act upon it, you speak the words, you create. And so this knowledge and understanding is transmuting and elevating humanity to understand that we are still using the matter state in the wrong way. We're using matter to create matter. When we use the thought of the matter, the energy of the matter, we will start to evolve very, very quickly. Things will change. They will manifest completely differently. And then we will find that great environmental conditions, cities, transportation systems, communication systems will change completely overnight. Mr. Keshe has mentioned this many times. He could put all the world's computers into a very small chip and run all of it through this one application, this one device, this one possibility. So the race we have going on now in the matter, in the physical form, is very important for if you're in a physical form, and your intention is placed upon that construct. When you start to realize, if you use your soul, if you actually understand the implications of transmutation by using the emotion, then you can start to manifest the matter you know, the solidness. And this has been done, you know, by civilizations in the past, and it's been covered up and hidden away. We all know it's present, and those that are reawakening to the ability of the soul of the man are starting to understand the essence of what has taken place and what the possibilities are going forward. The soul of the man is an energy pack. It's a beauty that is present in a physical form. However, the essence of the part that is connected to all of creation is non-tangible. It's pure energy. And when we start to realize and utilize that part of us, all, we start to manifest differently. We start to construct a different environment around us. And so being present and listening to these teachings, absorbing the transfer of energies, you know, that what was spoken about, Marinus was speaking about, you know, that the ice, the water, you know, the steam, the mist, linked to an emotion. Sometimes, you know, we always use maybe anger to intensify from getting from a solid to a vapor. How about we do it the opposite way, where we become very, we flip it, we flip the energy. We construct by becoming very peaceful and imagining the beauty of what we would love it to be, how it would enhance our environment and how it would give to the others instead of how it would take from them. Because when we flip that part of it, then the whole construct of creation within the matter state of the physicality and outside of us completely changes. We develop new systems, and Mr. Keshe has been going on about this for a very long time. He's a very patient man. That we have the possibility to change matter to energy and back the other way, and it's been done many times by the foundation. So I'm reading here that the amino acid field strength 43 is encoded in the soul as from Earth. So we have to enhance ourselves and understand that our connection to that element. We all have it if we have a physical body, and it connects us to the planet. And that condition, this condition. And when we start to realize outside of that condition, when you're in a position of developing systems that come to you by a direct connection, where does it come from? Why is it given to you? Because you are a soul at that particular moment who has reached a certain field position to receive that knowledge. And then it's your responsibility and your duty, not duty, that's the wrong word. It is your possibility to share the knowledge and create better systems, new environments, using the gentleness of the beauty of the energy pack, of the centralized energy of the soul, that can create unlimited matter state conditions. It's a thought, it's a process, it's a connection, and we all have it. So this free energy doesn't exist. You have to create energy. You have to create the emotion. You have to create the inertia of the interaction, being present, giving, and creating an environment that will flourish, that will change everything. And even for, you know, when we do it in the wrong way sometimes, and we create something and it doesn't work, as Mr. Keshe said in his last teaching. He spoke about many things that you would create. You think that they would be very beautiful, but they would be extremely harmful for humanity and the others, because you don't see the implications of the application of what you're trying to create. So the loving intention has to be correct, because the implications are a knock-on effect. One plasma affects the others. They're all connected. So a seed of intention has to be so pure and so received from the Creator that when you place it, all the seeds, all the conditions that come from that seed manifest the beauty, the creation, the ethos of the foundation. And this will be in exchange for world peace, because it'll be a natural process. It's part of us. It's part of all of us. Part of you, me, the cat, the dog, the fish, and the steam and the mist. Yeah, that's my understanding of it. And I'm sure that there's much more of it to come. We've touched the creation point. We've touched the knowledge. And when you share this knowledge, you understand, you realize how powerful and how beautiful, truly beautiful it is, in the very ethos of the creation of being present in this moment. So enjoy it, create wonderfully, dear ones. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean. Is there anybody else who would like to say something about the last workshop? Okay, well, we do have a video that I'm to play with news from the Keshe Foundation. And let me get that ready here now. We'll phase out of our previous music video here. Okay, I have to find that video. It's playing in the background. I'll deal with it later. Okay. Just let me get it straight here. We have down. Okay. Bear with me a second here, and I'll get that lined up. This is about 20 minutes, so be aware of that. And again, this is an excerpt from the 637th Knowledge Seekers Workshop about news from the Keshe Foundation.
And many of you, you're sending us requests to collaborate with us in different parts of what we're developing. There is something very important which is coming up. When you're sending us information about collaboration, send us a full video.
Bear with me a second while I find that other video that's playing in the background. It's hasn't stopped yet.
Music. I thought you were saying the video you were trying to play had already started. No, it's the one with the...
Yeah.
We're just hearing it very softly, but...
Yeah, I can't find it on just a second here.
I feel what you're feeling.
Let me see. There, I found it. Now I can turn it off. All right, back to our previous program here with the in the Knowledge Seekers Workshop.
The plan, the proposal what you have achieved, what you received, not just we want to develop such and such a thing and we've done this and that. For us to make a very rapid decision, we need to have full details. You have applied, you have certificates, you have licenses, what happened to the license, what happened to the product, what are you planning to do? Not just I have this and we've done this and we want to do this. This doesn't work with us. Those time that what we call Keshe Foundation used to look at these things is gone. We don't have the manpower to do, we don't have the what we call people to look at what are called just somebody's thought. Send us a full proposal plan. You made a prototype. We have to see the prototype. You have a legal registration. You have certified something. You have developed a technology. You have a permission. You have a factory permission. You have equipment test permission. Everything has to be included in your proposal. Sending us this, and I've done this and that does not go with us anymore. We are categorizing those who come with the initial information or thoughts that we can build on, or those who have are in the process of developing, or those who have developed and they claim they have this, and everything has to be submitted to us. Any paperwork, any design. We are not copying your technology. As we said, we have no patent. We don't follow patent business. We respect the knowledge. But for us to be even interested in taking your case up for our team to look at it is very simple. You have to give us a full information. Not just that I have done this, I have done with my friends this, it's a team of us doing this. Every piece of work has to be stated. We spend 5 minutes on it. If it's worth it, we think we can support it, we come back to you. Doesn't matter how much time you put into it. We're getting a lot of knowledge seekers coming up with, I have this, but the technology you think you have is already obsolete. That's why we don't answer you. We don't even have time to answer many of the questions, what do you call it, offers or technologies you offer us. To you is very advanced, but to us is obsolete. Absolutely obsolete. We are at a different level. What you see as knowledge seekers in present time is not even 5% of what Keshe technology does in the background. We develop. Even we have it structured in a way that our teams do not even know the other team what is working in. For security reason, for strengthening the technology, for creating clusters of specific technologies. We don't go backwards, we're going forwards. And to allow you to take hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars of investments just to go backwards is not worth to us. Your communication system, your cosmetic material, your food system has to be something which adds on to what we already have. Not for us to go back just because you thought of it, you're a knowledge seeker. We are not in the game to go backwards. I've seen some of you sending us information that we have developed, I have developed, but when I look at it, sorry, we are like 200 years ahead of you. Why should we go backwards? And then you say the Keshe Foundation doesn't reply. The Keshe Foundation, they want to steal from me. No, because what you sent us is totally backwards for us to go back. I respect your research, carry on doing, develop further. We look at it, you can continue to keep in touch with us. We look at it when it's applicable to our process. When we can use it ourselves. When it's addition, then we call you in. Then we invest in your thoughts with you to be part of. Some of you sent us technologies, it's so advanced, we have governments with us, this is all rubbish, because what we see you sent us, we have about 10, 15 of these things people coming sending to us, it's already obsolete. Why should we go backwards? We don't need to. We don't even respond. When we don't respond to you, it means your technology is what we already achieved a long time ago, but we are not even open with it. In the next few months, with all the O&N systems which come into the market, all of you, there's about 8,000 of them coming into operation this year. How do you think you're going to bypass the internet communication? How do you think we transfer energy and everything and the communication and even control your dreams? Because we have reached that point of development to produce this. The new systems don't even need power connection. You can take it and drop it in the ocean and it'll do its work. Energy transportation is not part of our work anymore because we passed that point. We're adding into creating energy within, converting the energy into cosmic ray and reaching everything in a different ways. Be it for medical, be it for energy, be it for anything which is applicable. You sending us anything, just don't send us, we have developed this, I have developed this, blah, 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 and you think is the edge of science. Your edge of science is a stone age knowledge to what we do. In 2027, we'll introduce a new plasma chips, which can literally run every computer on this planet in a block of 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. Then you have to understand how advanced the technology is. We have to develop machinery to fit our technology to come. We haven't even got to that point. We have to convert the present technology to go. The next system for us is to create energy systems which themselves control to create conditions for production of new things. Let me explain to you, those of you knowledge seekers who send us forms or requests that blah, blah. The Keshe Foundation is at a point and position where we, even by producing ganses, we don't need material. Because we can produce the material ourselves, we don't need a mine, we don't need to buy, we produce our own material, use our own material to convert to energy, convert it into food, medicine, what we need. If you understand this, then you understand how advanced the technology is. Self-sufficiency through the cosmic ray and not to buying materials, converting materials. So please, I thank you. Please keep on sending us as much information as you can, what you're doing, what you thought. Doesn't mean it's not something you thought it could not even be in our thoughts. We see it, we say, yes, it's worth investing. We are not going to open research centers and do things. We have already opened research centers. There are empty rooms in buildings waiting for technologies to come from knowledge seekers or within the Keshe Foundation structure of research. By 2027, 100,000 square meters of research centers available to knowledge seekers to open. You do not come up with something new. Once we are now opening up, there will be other knowledge people become knowledge seekers of the future, which take these spaces. We are not going to open this space. Today, at this moment, we have about 4,000 square meters of research, empty space in most advanced buildings in the world already. We are looking for technologies. The system is set up. Some of you knowledge seekers already know, working with us in the background on these fields. But just because you think I've created something and I've developed something, or a group us up doing something, some of the things you do, we don't even touch, is so harmful. To you is the edge just because you see what you can give. You don't see what damage your technology is doing to humanity. Please keep on flooding us with new technologies. But when you do, just don't send, just write, this is my thoughts, this such as we look at the thoughts. You have set up a structure, you have developed a prototype, send us how it looks, what it is. We send a ticket for you and your family to move into the area of the research. We do not move one single knowledge seekers individually anymore. We provide, once you arrive, the education of your child, the full health cover, paid as a private education for your children. It's getting set up. It's not that you go on your own. We cover everything that you develop at peace, and with that brings peace to humanity. So please, if you're sending us emails or whatever, all this knowledge which is coming in from you, once we go through with our team, only those which has a full documentation we look at. You cannot say, I have developed this, so group us up there. You developed, have a look, let's see. You imagine you developed, it's a different thing. We have to look at how much foundation needs to invest to complete your imagination. And some of your work is dangerous to humanity. We do not even respond. You use the wrong combination, you don't understand what you're doing, but you think you're the head of everything and you understand all of it. We refuse. You have to understand, we work with governments. We have to be clean and clear, because especially with the new game which you play, we are funding the governments, we are paying governments, we are transferring assets into governments. For them to accept us, we have to be clean, clear in every aspect of our work. We do not look at your color, race, religion, path of belief, or political affiliation. We look at how your technology is in balance with what we do and what is good for it for the future of human technology. All these energy transportation, people send us things we have made, things that we can transfer. And Norway, Denmark has released the wireless communication, what do you call it, power transmission, which is so advanced. We are ahead of that, 100 years ahead of that. The technology we have developed is hundreds. Then we have people who say we can do this, and we can treat this is that, this is. We don't go into the treatment, we change the soul of the man. And then we get a lot of you sending us like med beds and we can do health. We don't work that way. Unless you can show us you reach the position where we have. You have seen us, we tested monthly between you lot. You join us, you pay us for us to develop further. We look at it. If you add to our knowledge, yes. If you copied our knowledge and then you think you added something else to it and it's developed to be something you imagine, but you haven't managed to show a practical unit, do not bother with us. Because every research takes $1 to $3 million to complete, from a point of putting it in, producing a production line and putting it in the market, or bringing application to it. Keep on sending us your emails. I thank you very much. We receive so much in our what we call email pack, and individually sending us the messages. I've done this, that. If we don't reply, means your technology is below what we have achieved. We already passed that point. If we see a merit in your technology to be ahead of what we do, we communicate with you. We request you to inform us more. I've seen in past few weeks some knowledge seekers sending us, oh, we have developed, or I have developed this, that, and does this. You don't get the response from us, it means we already passed it. Even though you think your technology is so advanced. Please send us your thoughts. We look at it. Is it feasible? Is it practical? I had knowledge seekers sending us, I have done this, it saves humanity so much. And I wrote, what do you do? We do it in 5 seconds, and technology is going for commercialization, even though to them was so advanced to do. We don't disrespect you, but we try to change the condition. We try to bring new technologies, which is with us. Anything to do with energy transfer, anything to do with the communication, we are not interested, because we have developed technologies which communicates across the universe. In the communication, we add emotion. We're still looking for programmers. We're looking for blockchain, what we call it, computer programmers. We're looking for game programmers that we can recruit. We recruited a few people this week. Thank you very much for joining us. Those of you who arranged it for us for them to be here, and you will see a much more rapid development. We worked very heavily to bring in a large number of computer programmers from a certain country, and due to situations we come, we had to redirect. It delayed us for about 3 to 6 months, but now we are back on the track, and you will see everything moving very fast in all directions. As I said, don't write to us. We have this technology, we've done so much, we got government planning permission and the rest of it. If you haven't got a unit at that level to show what it does, it's all theoretical. You don't hear from us, because when we look at what you offered us, is 10 years behind us, we don't need to invest. And we don't bring knowledge seekers to teach them from scratch, to go backwards, to do things. Unless there are certain knowledge seekers which we see their knowledge valuable to us and their support. Send your imagination, send your technologies you've developed. We know of 3,000 products development under the banner of the new structure. And we think there's about 20 to 30,000 new products in this. So one of them belongs to you. We are not the end, but at this stage we cannot put our human resources and finances to follow a man, a group, and the things which they think they have, but they haven't actually achieved much. Nobody can force us. The foundation supports these finances, and we have to be very careful with every position we take and every position we spend. We are spending a lot of time developing this, and as I said, there is thousands of square meters of research center, development offices ready for knowledge seekers to move in. But your technology has to be what matches us, not just because you think otherwise I'll get it, whatever. Go to the other institutes and do. It doesn't mean that we can take everything up, but it has to match our time, it has to match our finances, it has to match our understanding of your technology. Don't forget, we work inside the government structures. And we have access to the most talented people in universities and colleges if you're looking for something, just for somebody to go and do.
I ordered an ONN, the network unit, I presume, in 2025. When will it be delivered? Thank you.
We have part of them with us. As I said, we had a problem. Our problem is not the unit. Our problem is our technical side, which is actually resolved this week, I hope. We had certain position by next week. Hopefully the first batch, hope by the end of this month will go out. Some of those who are the supporting team behind are getting the supporting, what you call it, systems, that when you come online they can monitor. As I said, we recruited 2 or 3 this week, which have joined us, and hopefully we'll recruit more in the coming weeks. As I said, if you are a blockchain guy, get in touch with us. And you should see the first batch, hopefully before end of this month. The units are bought, is with us, is software which needs to be completed, and it should be done by the first batch by end of this month. And then we run into, by the end of the year, the 8,000 units. Those 8,000, if it's not paid by knowledge seekers, the foundation will purchase or we pay for it, and then we put it in operation in different countries with universities, and we pay in a way universities for the education of the children with 2,000 coins per year, or per month. This came partially because we relied heavily on the Iranian, what we call programmers, who, due to war and what happened in between, were not allowed to leave Iran. We could not collaborate. The internet were continuously cut, so we had to redirect. That was the main reason in delay. Is the software engineers which we recruited could not get to the point. And now that matter is resolved. So usually it's not that we have to buy them, it's just a bot. They have to be loaded with the software and then start leaving. The first 23, I think, if I'm correct. If it gets done, I saw the racks being put up yesterday or the day before in the new center. They need to be loaded, tested, our internet connection done. End of this month you will see it, and then we run those 23 for a month or two to see all the problems with it, and then we unleash 100 to 200 a month to complete. And by the end of the year, once those are connected completely, then we release the 8,000 in one go.
Rick, is your mic muted?
Yes, thank you, Mark. All right, well, that completes the excerpt from the 637th, that excerpt at least, and we'll go back to our program here. And I believe we can go on to transmutation time with Moshfek. Are you there,
Hello,
Moshfek?
everyone. Can you hear me this time?
Yes, it's come through clear,
Okay.
thanks.
All right. Many of you, through the enhancement unit and other arrangements that has happened in the past, have done soul travels to various parts of the universe. And today we had some discussions about inertia, and the inertia is a step towards what we call material manifestation, as we were talking about condensers, manifesting water, vapor, and etc. Along that line. Now, yes, visiting the stars are important, but how would you like to transmute yourselves to visit the matter state or the inertial fields? You know, we have heard of things about how some of these matter behave. For example, copper wire, which carries current. Some of the books we have says that it goes through the wire, but better informed people know that current goes around the wire. Yes, if these things are written somewhere, talked about in other places, such as universities and schools and so forth. Yes, these are valid way of bringing the knowledge, and we are all accustomed to it. But if we transmute ourselves and visit these condensed inertial field we call matter, we can see it for ourselves, finding ourselves between the atoms of, let's say, copper, around the atoms of copper and a copper on top of a copper wire, seeing current flowing through over it, things like that. How would you like to do that? Many of our younger ones would love to do it, for sure. Well, I, for one, is like their idea of visiting these kind of structures through soul travel, or transmute ourselves through our soul's environmental field, so that our soul of physicality can manifest us within the atoms as fields, so that we can sense what is going on there. Do we need books for this? No. Only thing we need is ourselves to do this. So the environment is within the atomic structure of a material, and sensing how it feels to see various interactions of field within that context. We know, if you think about it a little bit, all the matters are composed of atoms, and the atoms are held together by field, and there's a huge distance between them. This is the fields that permeate everything. We can go there and see that, much like traveling the space, but we are traveling the space within the matter. This is a very different way of looking into traveling and learning in the process, much like how one would do space travel. But in this case, we are not traveling in space. We are traveling in between spaces of atoms. So how do we do it? We create the environmental condition through the soul of man, and the soul of physicality operates as a field within this to sense what is going on in that context. We can go, further down the line into the atom and all that, but our imagination is the limit here. So this is one avenue of exploration in the learning process or teaching process, that something that would be fun. I mean, as a child, how much fun would it be to be inside matter and see how things go on, how things are happening there. Current flowing over the wire. Wow. And I'm sitting inside the wire, watching it happen, watching the event or the process happening. So yeah, it requires a bit of sense of exploration. Space travel it is, but space of a different scale. We have been told about such spaces, but things are a bit nebulous there. We don't have a very good idea about how these atoms, which are very small, separated by large amount of spaces, are held together. There are fields within these atoms, and there is a inertia to these fields, or information energy combination together within this field to hold the pattern we call the matter. Wouldn't it be fun to visit those designs? Much like when we visit some place and see buildings of certain design and we marvel at them. Each material with its inertial field is a marvel unto themselves. Itself, not themselves. So this is exciting to me, at least. And I'm talking about it this way because, it's not just for this one nation, one planet, one race. We will actually do this kind of travel tomorrow in the plasma reactor group. So anybody interested in doing such traveling are welcome to join. Yes, we all do it together, but each is on their own. And then we report back what we saw, what we didn't see, or how it felt, how it didn't feel anything, or all combination of it. But it's a friendly environment. Nobody is holding a gun to our head. We are all kind of like talk about how much we saw, what we saw, and well, I'm sure the younger generation would find these kind of things or exercises interesting to, shall we say, extend their soul in a new direction. So it is an application of transmutation using soul of physicality and soul of man in a very specific way. Yes, we can do this transmutation, learn to do it, but having a purpose makes it that much closer. So thank you very much. That would be all for today. And I hope there will be some excited kids in the plasma reactor group. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Moshfet. We look forward to that experience.
Mosfek, is Mosfek taking any questions about this new type of travel?
Yeah, I can be wrangled into it, but go ahead.
Okay. We hear that our soul travels the spans of the universe when we go to sleep. Is this a new type of travel, or are we familiar with this type of travel, except we called it a dream? Is this the type of travel you're talking about? Instantaneous manifestation in the field level?
Well, we have done soul travels, but I don't know how many people there is a very limited amount of people who have the ability to direct their soul to travel in a very specific way in their dreams. But, this is conscious. We are doing it consciously. Whether we can extend it to dreams is up to us. And
yeah, I'm thinking it's the exact same kind of travel. No craft.
Well, no craft, but you are manifesting here. It's not 100% soul travel because you are manifesting as fields within the space gap of the atom so that you can interact with the fields there. So you're no longer completely soul travel in that sense. So you are you are transmuting in a way yourself to manifest as fields, to interact with the fields within the matter.
Yeah, it brings me back to what Myrnis has asked, how do we do this transmutation? And we heard from Mr. Keshe, said you're doing it every night when you go to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, we do it, but, it's more directed and consciously. And, when we wake up, we forget what we did. So this is the part. Okay, to do it when we are awake. Or do it whatever time we choose to, sleep or awake. Or, I mean, put it in another way. Is our physical reality a dream, and the dream is the real reality? We may have gotten things mixed up.
Again?
Have we? So, soul is the soul real is the real me, or the physicality that we exist is the real me? So it doesn't have to be this or that. It can be both. Anyway, it's I answered you with questions, more questions than you came with, but that's sometimes that's the peril of asking strange questions. No, I'm just kidding.
There's a question from Ike. Would ability to remember the dream help? Mashwar, my dear.
Yeah, this is another thing, remembering. What is remembering? Remembering is an operation in the field. So, yes, remembering, so when we interact with it, we have to remember. So we have to create a persistent field that if when we come out of that experience, we can carry that experience. Memory is, in a way, you can think of it's a plasma, it's a rotating field. So you can even, no, I don't want to go too far into it, but I'll just leave it at that. So it's going to be a bit technical. So I just want to keep it more fun, kind of lighthearted. And if you want to get abused, come to plasma reactor group. Details. So anyway, I'm just.
Which starts tomorrow, Wednesday at 7 a.m. Central European Summer Time. Same channel.
Yes. All right. So I think that should, give us some clue about, what are some of the fun things ahead. So thank you very much once again, and let's move to the next step.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my dear Mursi. Yes, of course. Initiate, dear beautiful soul. This is the time. Initiate in the condition of love, peace, and enlightenment. Initiate, step forward, and the universe of universal love is with you. All are conditioned. So initiate in peace, initiate in love, initiate. This is an opportunity. In this position, we can initiate again, and again. Thank you, Moshfik, my dear. Thank you so much.
Okay, next we have a short excerpt from the last Knowledge Seekers workshop in regards to the April transmission session. And just get that ready, and I'll play that now.
Some of you on the 17th of this month, you're coming for addiction. See, and some of you joined this addiction test about a year ago, and how many of you lost your addiction? If you joined us last session of addiction last year, do not join this time, because your addiction is changed. Do not bring back something new to it. Do not just come in because you want to be in. If you had addiction, you joined the addiction session of the last time. This time is no. We look at your references. We look at what you wrote to us. Do not come back in, because many of you lost your addiction. Why are you going in? When you don't have a headache, why do you take aspirin? If you have a specific addictions, and you haven't been in the last session, join us for the 17th. Just don't come in because I go in every session. Because we work that way. If you have anything in that banner, please understand. If you're addicted to anything which you want to get rid of, join the next session on the 17th. And secondly, does not come by Zoom. You have to register through the Keshe Foundation channel, KF, on the Enlightenment game. Come in, it's set up that way. Nobody can interrupt you. It'll be the most peaceful session. And from now on, we repeat this passage. So people who want to join sessions, you register with us. We give you the access through the back of the system to come into the sessions. Nobody can cough. Nobody can disturb you. And this is development thanks to the people who developed our game system. Now this is another part to it. Those of you, as I said, you want to join us in 17th session. If you've been with us in the addiction session of last year, please withdraw. Your session will move to May of this year, and you can allocate that position to somebody else. Even if you have paid for the session, your paid session is for next month, not for this month, because we have to test it that from now on we are much more advanced with setting up.
Okay, that's our short excerpt from the last Knowledge Seekers workshop. And let's see, back to our program. Okay, I believe now I'm going to play the video about the emergency kit, the emergency plasma kit and protocols. We have part 2.
Yes, 10 minutes more. My dear, thank you.
Yeah, it'll be probably about 15 altogether. I'm to play it through the end from 11:40. Okay, I'll put the link in for this video as well into our chats so that people have access to it. Again, this is the emergency plasma kit and protocols video. Let me share it better here. There we go.
Simplest and effective pain relief pen. So this design is one of the simplest. If you are in emergency use, you don't have the patch, or there's a particular pain that cannot. Okay, so we're back. So here's the using the effective pain relief pen. So you need just a tape, a nano-coated copper coil, maybe as small as number 24, or you need to have a 7 centimeter long coil like this. So simply have a coil, counterclockwise turn and just wrap it with tape. And you got your pen. And you just point anywhere from the north or to the south terminals, then it relieves pain. So I tried this already with tubes, with tapes. It relieves pain fast as well. Just that. So you don't need to have any plenty of complications of doing 2 layers. You can do also the double layer, but this is the easiest way and can relieve pain. I have tried many of this already. Here is the raincoat and gloves with GANs. So I suggest to those who are capable to manufacture this, this is an idea. So we need to energize a coat for extra strength during any natural disaster. So if there is rain or water, so you need to have a coat or a raincoat or a jacket and insert the pads that you make in the linings or inside. Which my friend tried this. We inserted in his jacket, and he really feels the energy in his body, and it's relieving him from all the body pains. So I suggest to him that he put it in his patch on his jacket, so at least he gets relief when he drives his motorcycle, travels long, and it gives him a good feel. And also, you can put on the gloves as well, especially in the finger points. And also in the palm. So these are the ideas. Hopefully our friends in China can do this. They have the capability to do it fast. And also a suggestion is a waterproof thermal socks with GANs. So still GANs patches. So if you have thermal socks, many of you know what thermal socks are. You just make it a waterproof because during disasters, the feet is very vulnerable. So it's gonna be stepping so many things and you need to make it waterproof. So you can wear different boots or shoes, but at least it won't get wet and it won't have much because we know that the nerve ends are on our feet, and when our feet gets wounded, it's gonna be hard for us to travel. So you can also energize different patches, put patches on the thermal socks, and you can have your boots. If you can play your shoes, you can put also the CO2 GANs pouches. Also for the mask. Yes, sir.
Can I just come in here?
Yes, sir.
You have to realize 2 points when you use CO2, when you use CuO2. Especially for infected wounds, use the water which has a copper oxide, not just the CO2. If you use the GANs of the copper oxide or the water of the GANs of copper oxide, it has the ability of disinfecting. So if you have an open wound or you have in disaster points, you need to, but you can't use it for long, just for a few minutes, and you remove it. You'll find out the copper has the ability in the conjunction with a neurosystem and the physical part of the body of the man to act as a disinfectant. So you can use both CO2 and CuO2, especially in the wounded areas, as with a patch. Mix the two together. Make a patch which has both CO2 but don't use the CuO2 for a long time, for a short time. If you have a wound infections, if you have a burn infections, you will find out if you what you got to do, the way you put your paper in the plastic cover, you move your patch, nano coat 3 different papers and put them across each other. What I mean, I put the camera on to show you.
Okay, sir.
What you got to do is, I'm on there. What you do, you use one paper soaked with CO2. You use another paper with a copper oxide, and then you use another paper with CO2. So you make 3 layers, even in different angles, slightly different angles to each other. This creates on the side of the body, because it interacts with the body, the exact condition of the three layers of the skin. You'll find out the skin growth will be much faster without infection. So you create the physical condition, and what happens, this is physically what happens. Let's say this is your top paper, this is your middle paper, and the third one is, let's say, your other paper. Here is your skin. You have a top layer, you have the middle layer, and you have a bottom layer. So, in fact, you create a zone here which allows to behave like a skin, and the bottom builds very fast to the top, because this will not change. This will build up to it. And you find out burn recovery very, very fast if you use the 3 layers. This is part of the emergency kits which we will develop, we will introduce into the market in the coming weeks. And this is part of the, what do you call it, the burn system. I offer this to the emergency services here in Italy because of the explosion we had. So the science behind it, you have to understand, is that the 3 layers interaction of fields gives to the condition of the creation feeling of the skin. Now, here you're void of a skin, it's come with a burn. The 3 layers, if it's burned, you have to show the 3 layers on this side. So the interaction creates that surface that the body will follow the field transfer, and you find a replacement and the growth of the skin and the flesh very rapid without infection. It's important to use a copper, very important. But you don't use a copper long term, especially when it's used on the stomach part where the soft tissues are. It has to be in a short burst, because the copper can interact with the muscle tissue of the soft tissue of the body, and it has other applications. So if you are dealing with an infected wound, try the copper oxide tissue on its own, or maybe with the CO2. If it's just a pain, use the CO2. Pain is a sign of emotion. Copper is a part of the structure of the physicality. So once you nano-coated it and you have created the plasma of the water, so now with the water of the body, it has a common ground. With the copper has a common ground, you see the building of the muscle tissue. Very rapid. It can speed up to factors. Without infection, mainly without infection. The biggest problem, as even Renan said, is putting these patches after the bandage. But don't make the bandage too thick, that the field environment is less than 3 to 7 millimeters sometimes to be effective. Carry on, Renan.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Just to be clear, that's the water of the CO2 and the water.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
the cans itself.
Yes. This knowledge will become very handy very soon for a lot of applications around disaster zones. With a fire cases.
Extremely quick and easy to make.
Pardon?
I see these as extremely quick and easy to make.
Yeah, the beauty with it, as Renan said as well, the fire brigades can apply it on the site. Doesn't matter how many injuries are, how many people. When they carry the guns with them, they just add the water to it. Within seconds, they can make their own patches for each person on the site.
So let's continue. So the next is we have our, after the thermal shocks with GANs, CO2 GANs. GANs mask. So we have already existing mask there in case of any volcanic eruption or dust, and the area is so stinky, and you can buy your existing mask and just put the patches around the filters. Don't cover the filters, just around the filters to help. So still use CO2 GANs. It's energizing, so you can wear your mask as long as possible when there's still the need of it. So just always be reminded, if with infections, use the copper oxide water, GANs water, for the infection, but don't use it permanently or long. So this is another. The next thing is the mosquito repellent. This is a simplified one. So the same concept. You try by Leaf Tanner. He told me this, and I just made it simplified it. So you just need the CO2 GANs plus the citronella oil or a lemongrass extract mixed, and the water. Still use the water of that GANs in making simple patches, and wrap the patches on the plastic bottle, and you put the clean water, wait for 30 minutes or to 1 hour, and drink the water. You just observe. You will have the energy of the citronella in your body, thus mosquito shy away from you. So anybody can try this and can confirm it. So Leaf Tanner also tried this, but he did another process. But I think this process is more simple to use, and you may confirm it. So this can help in the area of the disaster zone, especially when the water has resided and everything has cleared up. There will be so much dead plants, dead animals, and you need the mosquitoes will be around and flies. So at least we have something that we can drink every time, and the mosquitoes won't go to us. So this is.
Would this work? Would this work for the malaria mosquito? Would we attract it to us, or would we repel them?
Maybe we will. It will be a repellent, sir. For me, I think it's gonna be instead of attraction, because the lemongrass and the citronella repels them. So with the energy of the lemongrass and the citronella oil, with that energy in your body system, so they will be. They won't say they will have no option but not to bite you, because they thought you have already the citronella inside you. So
in Philippines, do you know how you distinguish if you have a malaria? I think you have a malaria mosquito.
Yes,
how do you distinguish the malaria mosquito from non-malaria mosquito?
The zebra type. The malaria mosquito, the zebra type. Zebra. Their color is white and black, and it's like stripes. So their body, their foot, their legs are white, black, white, black.
But in Africa, it's not that way, is it? It's all the same color.
Oh.
In Africa, malaria is the same. It's the way they sit. If you see a mosquito, if it sits, I'll draw it for you. In Africa, it's the easiest way to know if you can see it when you get beaten. Is the normal mosquito, if this is your leg, let me do it this way. If this is your leg, and the mosquito sits with you along that way, it's a normal mosquito. But if the mosquito is like this, it's a malaria mosquito.
Oh, okay.
That's how we see it. It sits with the legs and it bites you inside. The malaria mosquito is deformed shape. That's how, but the normal mosquito, when it sits like a normal mosquito on your body. And one of the things you can do, which is release pains very rapidly, apply the mosquito repellent or the mosquito oil as you make it directly on the point of the bite. You'll find out it reduces it immediately, disinfects it immediately, then the pain disappears. The best thing is if you got a mosquito repellent, or maybe you can try with the oil you have, when you get the mosquito bitten, use it directly on the point of the bite, and the pain disappears instantly. Because it's there to do the job. It does both ways.
The mixture of the CO2 oil with the citronella oil, I think, like Mr. Keshe is saying, if we apply it on the area of the bite, it will be more effective to repel the mosquitoes and also to heal the pain or the damage done.
Okay.
Lemongrass is very common in Africa. You can smell it from miles when you come near the fields. It just hits you. Carry on.
Okay, so and that's all. And thank you. That's what I have prepared yet for the emergency kit.
All right, that completes our excerpt there, and Let me put the link into the chat. I forgot to do that. I'll do that now. To both chats. And just label it so we know what it is. And there. Okay. To our program.
Thank you, my dear. Needs and wishes.
Before the needs and wishes, we actually have another video to play about the Fukushima cleanup.
My dear Rick, we can skip that video today.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I think I'm just supposed to put that link in the chat, perhaps. It's about decontamination. So I'll put the Fukushima link in the chats as well. And just label that so people can have a look at that. It's a great video. It has a lot of very good information in it that might become important in the near future. Okay, as you say, let's move on to the needs and wishes here. I'll remind our audience we'll have 30 seconds of silence after each wish in order to contemplate the wish. And I think Mehran is to start off, but if she's available. Maybe you'd like to go ahead, Shweta.
Yes. We, the Universal Council, give freely from our soul to elevate the soul of the leaders to achieve peace in the Middle East now. Our wish is our command. We are present.
Sorry, Rick, would you like me to read this?
Yes, please. Go ahead, Dean.
Okay, so we, the Universal Council, give from our soul collectively to protect all the world and Iran from all evil. And our wish is our command, and we are present.
Elizabeth, are you available to read this one?
We, the Universal Council, elevate the soul of the leaders and the population throughout the American continent to live in harmony, respecting each nation as equal. Our wish is our command. We are present.
Mark, if you'd like to go ahead with this, please.
Thank you, Rick. We, the Universal Council, give from our soul for protection of those living with fear in natural disaster areas, and our soul wishes to help cover all emotional and physical needs.
This was Stephania, so Shweta, I guess you could go ahead with that.
Yes, yes. We, the Universal Council, elevate the souls of the leaders involved in conflicts in Sudan and other areas only by greed, with unconditional love and inner peace, so that they respect the lives of all populations because they are sovereign and free. Our wish is our command. We are present.
And our last one, Moshe. Thank you.
We, the Universal Council, give through our souls that Russia and Ukraine can find peace for the sake of all families of the planet.
Okay, that completes our needs and wishes part of the program.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I don't see any other questions or comments that we need to include right now. So
thank you.
Perhaps we're at the end, Shweta.
Yes. To initiate in the peace and enlightenment game. Thank you, beautiful souls. Thank you so much. We are here not to serve, not to be served, dear beautiful souls. The key. And of course, welcome, welcome, welcome again to Swagatam into the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy of Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute organization. A beautiful place to initiate, dear beautiful souls, all the knowledge of universal love. Welcome, welcome into the beautiful energy of manifestation of love, universal love. Welcome into the beautiful energy of all souls in existence. So thank you for being here. Initiate dear one after thousands of years. Again, what you desire. This is the time. Thank you. And thank you so much. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude from the core of my heart and soul. And of course, blessings of Ma. All the love always. Salam, namaste, salute the Universal Council.
Great. Thank you, Shweta. And thanks, of course, to all the members and support members of the Universal Council who put together these programs. and do the work in the background to help support the soul-based aspects of the work of the Keshe Foundation and the work of the Universal Council, which seems to be becoming more and more important as time goes on here. So thank you for all your efforts. And thanks to everyone for being here today for the 426 One Planet, One Nation, One Race for Justice and World Peace here on Tuesday, April 14th, 2026. Our next public teaching workshop will be the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group, which I host every week and on Wednesday, starting at 7 a.m. Central European Summer Time, which is the same as 10 p.m. Pacific Time on today, Tuesday. So it'll be later this evening for those that are in the west coast of North America, but it'll be on Wednesday morning for folks in Europe and other parts of the world. Again, starts at 7 a.m. on Wednesday for the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group. Let me see. We have the Knowledge Seekers Workshop will be coming up, be Thursday, April 14th, April 16th. And we hope to hear from Mr. Keshe at that time. And the time should start at the 9 a.m. Central European Summertime for that program. Okay, I think that's it for announcements, and we're ready to
the reaction is
engage our flight program here.
clap, clap and dance, dear beautiful soul. Clap and dance. The reaction is wow. Thank you for being here. Clap, clap and dance, dear beautiful soul. We enjoy.
Yes, indeed. We wish you can clap and dance your way through the day, and hope to see you in the next public teaching workshop. Bye for now, everyone.